So closing out the texture series, I just wanted to show you guys a video on my bigger rig that I have. This one has a self-enclosed or self-contained compressor. As you can see there, I have the bucket on top and the compressor sits on bottom. It also has wheels, which makes it really nice to move around on bigger sized jobs. And the thing that's I like about this compared to the mid-size rig that I have, which was in the video previous to this, is that the spray stays consistent. The air comes out at an even pattern, it gives it an even flow, where with the other compressor that I have to close the air and let it build itself back up, but this one just continues with a nice even pattern. Also, the hoses, the material hose and the air compressor hose are both connected to the machine, and they're connected to the gun, as you can see as I'm holding them, which makes it a lot lighter and a lot easier to use. Now this I usually typically use on smaller or mid-sized or medium-sized commercial jobs. It's perfect if you're doing a whole house or track houses. There are bigger hoppers, bigger texture machines, some that you can pull with the truck, but that's if you're blowing out, I mean, full streets of track homes. I don't have the need for that right now. And there's other ones that you can have that hold up to, I think, like 12 boxes at one time. This holds up to 6 gallons, or I can put a full 5-gallon bucket in there, and that's fine for what I use it for. These ceilings are about 9'6" or 9'5". They were 10-foot sheets that I cut down. And it was a level 3 finish where I had 2 coats on everything. I think that the screws I did 3 coats, and there were some joints that I did 3 coats because they were actually humped out a little bit because the way that I hung them. But it's all stand-up board. I masked off the floors because the customer had stained concrete and I really didn't want to get any texture or overspray on them, or even during the mudding process. But as you can see, I mean, it just flows real easy. I don't know if I mentioned, it's 160 sheets throughout this whole building. It was an office building, so there's a lot of rooms, office rooms down the hall. So with the wheels and with the being able just to move the hose around, it came in really handy for this one. You guys can find them used on maybe like something like Facebook Marketplace or maybe at a pawn shop. I happen to be able to come across this one from an old painter that wasn't using it. He wasn't doing it anymore, so I offered to buy it off of him. And it paid itself back within the first job. I originally had one back in the early 2000s when I first came out. I think I paid back then was like 1,000 something. Again, because this was used and the gentleman wasn't using it anymore, he gave me a really good price on it. So I was able to knock this job out with no problem. But yeah, I mean, this is something that you guys would typically rent from like Home Depot. I'm not sure what their day rates are, but if you had a bigger job like this, if you had a room addition, if you had anything bigger than patches or bigger, you know, a whole room, again, you can get away with the mid rig, as you saw in the other video that setup. But as you can see, I'm reaching up to the top, almost 10 foot, no problem. It's getting the pressure right up there. It's staying smooth and steady. I'm giving it a orange peel. It's a medium orange peel, and it's covering up great. So again, you know, just want to show you guys the larger rig that I have, and this is what you would rent from Home Depot for your guys' bigger project.